Hello, Echo here. Welcome back to Resonant Rise. I've got my player.dat back. Dave sorted me out. Thank you very much, Dave. That's awesome. I've got my 27 levels of Ars Magic back, as you can see, above my 45 levels on my bar there. I've got my Farmcraft research back, and everything is good in the world. Wonderful. We are on a new version. We are on 2.5.6. There have been quite a few mods updated. One of them is Family Tinkerer. I'm going to be doing another Farmcraft episode. It's been a bit late. I've got a bit behind with that. I've got a little Farmcraft mini-series where I'm doing all my Farmcraft research in this world, and the next episode was going to be Golemancy, and I was going to do all the Golemancy research and make some little golem farms and stuff. But what I've had to do is, I've been on this morning, I've done all the research everywhere, because once you've done all the normal research, you have to do every single bit of it, and this guy tripped me up a bit because it wasn't flashing, so I didn't know I hadn't done it, so I had to go through all the lists to find out what I'd missed. And actually I started just randomly going through the list and trying to start research by just clicking there. But ooh, Ichor, Thalmic Tinkerer Cami. That's what I'm going to do in the next Thalmcraft episode. So if you look in there, we have got Ichor. It starts in Artifice, and it's there, and you can make all kind of crazy stuff. Let's just have a quick look at Thalmic. And there's these things here: Cowl of the Abyssal Depths, Robes of the Stratosphere, Leggings of the Burning Mantle, and Boots of the Horizontal Shield, plus weapons and tools and stuff. And we're working towards them in the next episode of the Thalmcraft, which I'm going to try and get recorded today, so it might come out the same day as this episode. It might even come out the day before, because it depends how it goes. Anyway, so you might have already seen it, in which case this sounds a bit weird. A couple of other things that I've updated. One of them is Blood Magic. We've got a few new things in Blood Magic that are really cool. We have got a bazooka that I'm going to make very soon. Upgrades the energy blaster there. We've got a key of binding that looks like you can bind other parts of networks to your own if you want to, or it looks like you can have it so you can share them as well. So you can have a server-wide network, which is pretty cool. We have got a Sigil of the Blood Lamp, which is a light source. Very nice. And I think that's it in there. And we've also got a couple of new rituals. If I just go through these in my ritual diviner, go all the way through the ones that we've seen before. Feathered Earth, we hadn't maybe seen in the series before, but I did that on my spotlight. Feathered Earth is so you take no fall damage. Guy's transformation can change biomes. These are the new ones. Reverence of the Condor. I believe that's a creative flight set to an area. So if you wanted to do a big build, like let's say if you want to build something like this place that's in the sky, and you wanted a creative flight for building, and you didn't want to you didn't have morph, you cheaty morph, or you didn't have another way of having creative flight. I built this before I had any kind of flight, and it was a bit of a pain. Well, with this ritual, I guess it's pretty late in the game anyway, so you won't be able to do it too early. The Reverence of the Condor, you get a creative flight above and around where the ritual is. I'm not exactly sure the dimensions. And the other one there, you can see I've already clicked to it, is the Mark of the Fallen Tower, which I know very little about. I think it's someone's meteors full of resources down here, which that sounds kind of awesome as well. So I'll be getting on with them pretty soon. Not in this episode though. I have got things to do in this episode. One thing I need to get on with is I need to get my resource processing across to the base. Now all my other base is still all sorted now. My A network's back together, but all my resources got lost, and I don't want to cheat any resources. I want to get them again. I've got a few resources. As you can see here, I've got like 66,000 dink sacks still, and I've got like wood and cobble. Oops. Oh, son of a bitch. I just right clicked my bone pickaxe. Well, that is what happens when you right click a bone pickaxe. I'll just fix this back in a sec. All fixed. And that, boys and girls, is why we don't. That's why. Well, anyway, why I don't have my bone pickaxe on my bar all the time, because that had happened more often than not. I did the first 10 minutes of this episode once already, and I had really bad FPS. It was down at 8. I've sorted out. For some reason, my fraps was set to 60 FPS, which I think was making a mess of things. Now, my little nephew's been playing on the computer, just sat in my chair and pressing my mouse. So, don't know if he's done that or if I've done it when I've been drunk or what. But I've put my FPS to 30, and it's staying bang on 30. So, my video quality should be better. That's possibly why the video was tearing a lot of the day. I don't know when that happened. Anyway, I've rebuilt all this. I was actually quite lucky then that most of my base is made out of carpenter blocks, otherwise I'd have took a big chunk out of the walls as well, because they're not actually stone, they're classed as wood. If I'd done that with the bound hatchet, then I'd have made a right mess of all the walls, but there we go. I had to rebuild my infusion altar, and it's all sorted now. Awesome. Right then, where was I up to? I completely lost my train of thought. So, oh, that's what I was saying, yeah. I've got some resources. I think I was looking in there. I've got like 330,000 wood and stuff. So, I've got some resources, but I need to get more. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to the Twilight Forest. Now, loading's a little bit slow at the minute, so this might take a little while to load in. So, I'll just talk to you while we're loading in. I'm going to head into this hollow hill here, and I'm going to use my beast mode pickaxe to get myself back on the resource train. I need a load of iron, basically just to get started. I need a bit of iron, because what I want to do is I want to get into remote IO. So let's have a look at that in there. Remote IO. What that's going to do for me is I need one of these things. No, I don't. I need one of these things called a remote inventory. So that needs some iron. I need one of these item upgrades, which needs some chests. That's easy enough, and some more iron, bit of gold, bit of redstone. I think I had some in my inventory, so I've got a little bit of redstone, but I can get some from here anyway. And then I need one of these things, which needs an ender pearl. I've got plenty of ender pearls, just some of the basic stuff. And what I can do with that is I can make it so that my inventory self-clears. Now, the issue I'm going to have with beast mode mining is your inventory gets filled up so quick. So, this thing, did I say it was a stack upgrade? I don't think there is. I don't think there is a stack upgrade. Link persistence. Interesting. I might actually need that one in there. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab beast mode pickaxe here, and actually, as you can see, I did do a couple. See how clean this area's cut out? I did have a couple of hits of it before I started recording again. My sigil of magnetism's on. So the good thing about this is you can get loads of ores real quick. So let's shift click, turn that guy on, and then right click, boom. The bad thing is it fills your inventory up in a couple of clicks. So swings and roundabouts. So my inventory is nearly full. So I've got some iron, I've got some redstone, I've got some coal, that's all good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to man this place out using beast mode, but I need to get a good bit of iron. Then I'm going to go process the iron into iron ingots, and I should be able to make the remote inventory stuff I need then. So let's, first of all, let's get on full. There we go, a bit of patience, Sacco. I'm going to throw these into sortie, which is putting things into my A network, or at least it will be when I get a chunk loader on my little factory area there. I've not got a chunk loader in there yet, and that'll give me a bit more space. So this is what I did. I cut the camera before, and I came and started the episode again, and I left my pick on, and then I right clicked it when I was trying to get into that DSU. So boom. Oh, look, I've gone a little bit too low there, so I've broke the floor as well. Never mind. Hello, cheeky. And that'll got me some iron. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is 5 right? No, looks like I need to be going 6 up. So anyway, that's how you can beast mode, man. Because of course I've got my Archmage Blood Orb now, I can get up to 10 million LP in my network, so that's all good. Right, I'm going to turn that off, and I'm actually going to put that away so I don't break anything with it. Yeah, if we look at that, I had about 2 million, and I've still got 1.9 million. So them few clicks, I think they take 10,000 each, but when you're starting getting into the millions of LP, then it's not that bad. The main problem is you've got so much stuff into your inventory so quick. Right, I'll go get that processed, the stuff that I've got, and once that's processed, I shall be back, and we'll make some remote IO stuff back in a bit. Okay then, I am back, and here is the entirety of my network at the minute. It's not very much, is there? I just want to grab that. So I have just made one of my. I had a couple of ender chests that were triple white with a diamond. I just made one into light grey white with no diamond, which is the same as my A network input. So if we place that down again, you'll see if I look into my sorted chest, it opens that one. So that's good. So that's the one we're going to use just to dump things in. What's on there? Why are you showing empty? Should not be showing empty. Silly thing. So we're going to grab that. And I'm also going to, for now, I'm just going to throw everything into here because there's plenty of space in here. There's like a 64k cell and loads of 1Ks there. So I'm just going to chuck everything in here until I start getting things sorted. I just made some smooth stone by cooking up some cobble and some glass and sand. I've left the sand at the other place by crushing cobble and cooking the sand. So I got some materials. I made this thing, documentation screen. Now if I look at it, it doesn't actually do anything. But there is a little slot there, so I guess I might have to make the bit I want first, and then put it in the slot. So let's go into the crafting terminal. Let's see if we can get these guys made. Now we're going to want some of these things, and I ain't got no wood with me. Son of a bitch. I should be able to make some of them, yeah. So I want them can I make. I borrowed some cactus from Sice. I hope you don't mind Sice. I borrowed 16 bits of cactus. I have planted some, and I'll replace them once they grow, but I have no green dye. I needed some. So there's some blank upgrades. I have left my wood at the other place. I've got no wood here, son of a bitch. So I can't actually make the upgrade I need yet. Item upgrade is what I need. Can I make this thing? I can certainly make that. So let's make two of them. We need two of these. 1, 2. And then what else do we need? Remote inventory. Just need some iron ingots, which we've got, and the item upgrade. So I need to jump to the base, grab some wood, and then what else am I going to need? I'm going to want range upgrades. So there's 4 range upgrades in this. There's one tier 1, which uses blank upgrade with glowstone. Then there's tier 2, which uses glowstone and redstone. Tier 3 uses glowstone and nether quartz, and then tier 4 which uses nether star and a dragon egg. Now I don't know if this hardcore ender expansion gives us more than one dragon egg. I don't think it does, but you can make dragon eggs using magic bees, but I ain't got into the bees in this series, so that's I think that does a 1024 blocks. I think these guys do 64 blocks, so at some point I'd want to make a stack of these. But a couple of them I'll do for now. So a couple of these are going to end up as being them. Now, they don't stack, do they? That's interesting. I thought they stacked when I tested it on an older version today. I'm going to want an item upgrade, I think, for the inside the inventory. I'll have to check on that. Tell you what, let me get a couple of chests. I'll be back in a sec, and we'll put this bit together and we'll see how it works. Okay, back again, and I just have to redo this bit again because my voice went real weird, and I had to cut anyway because I had no wood. So I just been and brought my deep storage units from the other base, so I've got that here now at least, so I don't have to keep jumping backwards and forwards. I need, between this episode and next, I'm going to get all the stuff from that base across here. All the tech stuff anyway, them chests and all that. So I've made some bits. First thing I made was this documentation screen, and that doesn't actually show anything. I think you put these things into it. I'm going to do that in just a minute. So the recipe for that is nice and straightforward. It's any dye, so I just used 3 of these cactus dyes that I've got. I borrowed 16 cactus from Sice, so if you don't mind Sice, I'll replace them when some grow. I had no dye of any kind. I had no green dye anyway, and I needed some to make these blank upgrades. So I've made 4 blank upgrades up to now, and what I need to do with one of them is surround it with put 2 chests either side of it. I'm actually going to make 8 chests, so I've got a few to use later on. Now, go away you. They're actually there. They're just being silly. So, gets us item upgrade. Wonderful. And now, what we can do with item upgrade, one of these wireless transceivers. So I made 2 of these. That's the thing that's just got an ender pearl, some iron and redstone. And now I need a bit more iron, which I've got a bit from. So I just processed that stuff that I got from that hollow hill when you was with me there. And that can make us this guy, remote inventory. Now let's see if this works by putting things in the slot. So first of all, wireless inventory. Yeah, it does, cool. That's cool then. So you can make this, then you make the item you want, and then you put it in the slot and it tells you all about it. So to link it with yourself, simply shift right click within your hand and then ensure it always remains in your inventory when the remote inventory block is accessed. This item also has the added functionality of being able to access any block's GUI remotely. Simply right click on any IO block that's linked to a block, and the link block will act as though you had simply right clicked it. It's linked to a block. Yeah, cool. So, oops, there's that, and it falls out if we run away. And then, this is the other part of it. This block has similar features to that of the IO block, but it's far more specific purpose. Instead of connecting with other blocks in the world, this connects with other players, specifically their inventories. Simply right click this block with a linked wireless transceiver to link to the player. So what I need to do then is, I need to place this guy down, like so. I need to shift right click this, and now that should be linked to me. It says it is as well, nice. So if you look at that, that's linked to me. Now, what I can do here, the way I'm going to do this is kind of range upgrades. At the minute it's got like a range of 8, and it's got loads of different slots there now. Cool, that's good to know. At the minute it's got a range of 8, so I'd have to be within 8 blocks for it to pull things out of my inventory. Let's just set up a little simple system here. I'm going to put my ender chest there, that puts things into my sorting system, and I'm going to grab a couple of translocators that I had fastened to the ender chests on at my other base, which is good. So that, and that. Then what I'm going to do in here, I'm going to set these in the filter just for now. And what you're going to see is when this turns on, it should. We haven't clicked onto there yet. Wait, what we need to do then, we connect this wireless receiver, so that's linked to me. If we right click on that, the top of this is going to go blow watch. Boop. Yeah. And now, this hasn't got any upgrades yet, so it's not actually doing anything. So what we need to do is, we need to make another one of them item things, which I've actually got the bits in my inventory for, so I didn't need to do that. Item upgrades. Now this goes into there, and now, see them? Vanished. So they're vanished because they came into the remote inventory and they had a place to go. They got put into the ender chest, which put them into the network over here. So that's the first thing that's happened. So they're in there now, look. And anytime I put them in there, in my inventory, it's just going to get dragged straight back out. Cool there. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to put in... Now what I'm going to have is I'm going to have just one of these set to pull everything out of my inventory, but because it's only got a really short range, so if I was actually... Am I out of its range over here? I don't think I am. If I was over here... I am out of its range, look. So that's not pulling out here. So put that on my bar, look when we get a bit closer. Closer, there we go. So that's only got quite a short range, yeah? So what you can do, you've got these range upgrades. And there's this one that does 1024 blocks, but that takes a dragon egg and another star. Now, unless someone does magic bees, so you can actually make more dragon eggs, that's not really that applicable on a server, I don't think. So you need to have multiple dragon eggs to make that worth it. This one does 64, which I'm going to make. I'm going to go get some quartz and some glowstone from the nether, because I've got neither of them. So I'll go get some quartz and glowstone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 of these ones. So you need to build these up. So it's a tier 2 first, so we'll need glowstone and redstone. Tier 1 just needs glowstone. And I need blank upgrades. So I've got 2 of these blank upgrades left in there, yeah? So I'm going to upgrade them both to tier 3s. Now, that'd still only give me 128 blocks from here. We could add this block in. Transdimensional upgrade. It's there somewhere. Come on, where are you? Come on. Cross-dimensional upgrade, there we go. So that means it'll work 128 blocks anywhere in other dimensions from this spot. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this guy with me. And I'm going to place this guy down near where I'm going to farm. With this thing, so it'll just send everything back via the ender chest to my network. So I'm going to want 128 range upgrades, so I can move around a little bit. and then I'm going to have this same setup here, and at the minute I'm just going to get it to drag certain things out of my inventory. Now I'm going to set them as I go, but one of them is going to be cobble, of course. So there we go. So now whenever I'm mining, any cobble will get sucked out. Now the way I can set this up is I'd probably need more than one item translocator on there, because there's only like 10 slots in that, but 9 slots in that, and I'm going to be getting more than 9 things. So I could set up more than one. There's one option. I could set up one for cobble and stuff, one for all ores and stuff. Or I could just set up multiple of these. Now what I don't want is, I don't want nothing in there, because look, if you put nothing in there, what's going to happen? Bam. It's going to empty my inventory. And it emptied it up until the point where it took the wireless transceiver. So the wireless transceiver is now in there. Well, it should be. There it is, look. If I take it back out, it'll start emptying my inventory again. So you can't have it like that. What you need to do is you have some kind of filter on it. Whether that's a filtered input into your ME network or something like that. Otherwise it's going to pull everything out. So what I'm going to want to do in there is I'll put a chest there for now, just so that I can get my stuff back out of here. Yeah, so the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to have cobble, dirt, stuff like that pulled out, and then possibly a second translocator. So I'll probably have my ender chest there, second translocator, so I can get all the ores that I want pulled straight out. The ores don't have to be pulled straight out. I could just, it's the cobble that's the main problem. So as long as I've got the cobble coming straight out, that's pretty good. Now it doesn't do it instantly either, so it's going to take a little bit of a while. I can't just keep spamming my button because it doesn't do stacks, even if you upgrade the translocator. I tried that. You can upgrade the translocator with a glowstone dust. See what these guys are chatting about. Ooh, got new mods. I didn't know we had actually much new stuff. I'll have to check through the mod list myself. Right, so I'm going to go and get some glowstone and some... I've got a little bit of redstone. Need some more probably. No, I've got a bit. Cool. I'm going to get some glowstone as well. I should be back in a bit. Okay, I am not actually in the Hollow Hill yet. I've been a little bit sidetracked. Koyanti asked me if I had a ton of knowledge sharing. Now, if you remember my Unleashed series, I actually put one of these in my world download, but unfortunately the player who is sharing the knowledge needs to be online for it to work. So how do I make this again? Yeah, just like that. Cool. So what I'm going to do here is I've got a Thermonomicron. I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to click on that. And now I am going to, I believe, shift right click it. Research written. Cool. So now my research is bound to this book. As long as I'm online, people should be able to click on this book and get my research. Now, is it possible to do it out of there? See if you can learn from there. So I don't want to move Koyanti's to-do list, but cool. So it looked like it worked in the table. Now my FPS has dropped down to 7. So Koyanti's base is really dicking me. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to take it away with me, and I'm going to let Locke know. Locke, it will be at my base in a desk. So I will go and cut again. So what's happened there is I've done all the research apart from the new Cami stuff, which I'm going to do on camera later, and all my research is now bound into that book. As long as I'm online, anyone can come and click that book, and they can get my research. So it only takes one person on the server to do all the research, and then everyone else can share it off them. Now we all love Foundcraft, but research does get a bit tedious. So it's a good thing to have that. I like it. I think I'm actually going to put that at spawn. So I'll go make a little writing desk. No, one of these things from Bibliocraft. One of them things. And I shall be back once I've got that quartz and that glowstone, and we'll carry on with the remote IO thing. Back in a bit. Hello, I'm back again. I'm in the Twilight Forest in this big hill. I've made a few upgrades for this. One thing, I made this lock upgrade, but that's for the IO block. It's not for the general. It's not for the remote inventory. So remote inventory there and IO block, the actual IO block that's for. So that didn't work. Yo, lock. Sace is playing with Thermic Tinker Kami, and it's very powerful. Everything takes diamonds and nether stars and stuff. Sounds cool. So what I've done here, I've got an item upgrade, and I've made 3 of the tier 3 range upgrades. So now, with the wireless transceiver in my hand, all I've got it set to pull at the minute is cobble and dirt. So if I get out the beast, then the beast can go there, that can go in the inventory. And I should be able to run around here, and it should pull everything out of my inventory, well, all the cobble out of my inventory. So, see, it's pulling out, so I should have time to run around grabbing stuff. How's it going? See, look, my inventory's not full. Am I dropping stuff? I am. Let me make sure I don't drop too much stuff by getting my sigil and magnetism back out that I was in my inventory for some reason. There we go, that's better. Now, sigil and magnetism's got quite a nice range in it, look. Yeah, there we go. So it has a little think about stuff, and then it'll grab stuff. So, ignore these spiders for a second, get away from me spider, turn that off, and as you can see, it's keeping sorting that out. Once I've got a few more things set up, I can get it to pull everything else out and automatically drag them into my smelting and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to set up so it pulls everything out. What I'd actually like to set is a blacklist. So I might use a impulse thing, because it don't pull that fully quick anyway. Impulse duct from Family Expansion. I still at the minute I'm having to, because I don't want it to pull my tools off my bar and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But I could set it to pull everything else, but at the minute I'm just, once I get full of everything else, I was banging that there in a minute. One of the issues I had was my A network was not set up to handle lots of input at all, so I've sorted out. And another issue is obviously I've not got automatic processing at the minute, so that's caused me some issue, but it's still pretty crazy. And my inventory's full there, look, so I have to wait a sec, grab some bits. But it's a little bit too slow to actually run proper, you know. If there was a block, if there was an upgrade that let it pull full stacks out, should I say, then it'd be much better. Now let's just grab a little bit of glowstone and prove to myself as much as to you. I just want a little bit of glowstone here, that if I actually put, but as you can see, the range upgrade's fine. We've got 3 in there, so we've got 176 range. Right, that's quite a lot of blocks, isn't it? So if I put a bit of glowstone on there, that actually should give it the ability to pull stacks out. But we shall see in a minute when I dump all this in again. And I need to set up my trash can back at the base as well. So it pulls out now. Looks, see, it goes a bit quicker maybe with that on, but not massively so. So I'm still going to fill the inventory up. Certainly better than not having it, you know, but it's not 100% perfect. I think I think it might be too powerful with full stacks, but we shall see. Let's have a look. Right, I'm going to dump that then. So I'll meet you back at the base. I'm going to make a little bit. Oh, so much blocked up. Okay, let's go find out what I've broken. Something's broken, isn't it? So I'll collect all the bits I've dropped. I'll meet you back at the base. And what I need to start working on now, we're about 28 or so minutes in. I've got about 10 minutes. I can squeeze about another 10 minutes in. I'm going to start working on getting my processing across to the base. And as I believe I said earlier, I want to use the logistical pipe from mechanism, and my FPS is recording at 5860, which is kind of awesome. So I don't know what I've been messing around a little bit in Fraps. I've changed a few things around, so I might have sorted it out. Yay! Back in a bit. Okay then, here I am back again, and I was starting to do my setup with the logistical sorter, and it's going to take a lot longer than I thought it was, so I'm going to have to do that in the next episode. I've started to set it up. I've got power to my factories. I've got my factories laid out, and I've got the oxygen to the factories. Now, I'm not 100% sure I need the bottom of that one to be connected to the pipe network, or the tube network I'm going to put in, so I might add that underneath eventually, but for now I've put it in the side. That looks a bit scruffy, but you know, I think I should be able to put that in the bottom. Power going to the back of all these, and what we're going to use is, I've made it already, but I'm not going to put it down just yet. This guy, logistical sorter, and these guys, logistical transporter pipes, and this is very cool. I'll show you it real quick. The GUI is a bit baffling. We've got filters, T, IS, OD, round robin on and off, auto eject on and off, default colours, and then all this stuff. So I need to spend a bit more time on that. So I'm going to do that at the start of the next episode, I think, because I need to get my stuff sorted. So as you can see in my inventory here, I have got obsidian, weak blood shards, block of iron. I can make 7 of them guys, and 1 of them guys. That's right, we're going to try summoning elemental again. I'm not going to do it at my base. I'm going to go to the mining edge. So let's jump into the mining edge. No, have I got the mining edge on here? No, is it just single iron ingot? Oh, that was the first mining edge, isn't it? I actually need to find the better mining edge. Oh, come on. Don't want to fight here. This is our snowy, horrible one, isn't it? Tell you what, I'll meet you at the open plains mining edge. Yeah, this is a snowy, horrible one. When I go via spawn and work out what the address is for it, and we'll spawn an elemental. Woohoo! There we are then, in the mining edge. Cows around and stuff, and I've laid my pedestal down in the right order, so it's like out and down. If you remember from last time, I just had to kill a few mobs. It was night time. I used my sleeping bag, so it's daytime here, so we've got a full day to go at, and hopefully, funny noises again. Hopefully this guy ain't going to make a complete mess of me. So I am ready to fight a bad guy. Let me grab my energy blaster if he's determined to go ranged on me. Ooh. I'm poisoned. Oh, that's helping, isn't it? Oh, this is gonna kill me, isn't he? Is he dead? Whew, that was close. Hey, got a demon blood shard. Cool. And he nearly killed me as well. Sweet. And no crash. Awesome. So Way's fixed it. Thank you very much, Way. The current version has worked once. I'll do that a couple more times. I should have put my bound armor on, really. That guy kicked my ass. 9 feathers. 1 chicken. So there we go. I've got a demon blood shard, and as I said, I will destroy the first one I get because I cheated in the one the other day. Well, I made it in creative to get this Archmage's blood orb. So now that I know I can safely do that, I'm going to summon a couple more here after the episode. Now I know I can safely do that. I'm going to get a couple of these demon blood shards stocked up. I'm going to summon some more of them here, make sure it's safe, and then I know I can build a proper place for summoning back at my base. Awesome. I'm going to put a bookmark here. Pedestal, plinth, summoning area. There we go, that'll do. Sweet. So, one more thing. I just want to head back to my base and show you before we wrap up. I summoned a big demon, by the way, the other day in my Spotlight world, and it's very cool. The number 8 demon, if you've looked at the thread. I might have to get myself one. So let's just head back to my island. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier in the episode. This episode's took quite a long time to make again. I've had a few issues. I've had to redo a few bits. Partly because of sound, partly because of FPS. So I don't know if I've actually mentioned this, but we've had an issue in the altar. There has been an explosion. Oh dear. So I had to turn the altar off. So all the iron's up here, but if we actually switch it to its other way, you'll see that. There we go. There's been a big explosion. A lot of the dirt's burned. We'll swap that back out and we'll just jump in here and kill. And that guy's probably got teleported down to the bottom. So I need to rebuild a bit. There's some glass gone. There is certainly some ritual has been destroyed. So, that's the issue with creepers exploding. Now, as far as we can all guess, the creepers exploding is because of light mages, possibly, from Ars Magica. There he is, look, he got teleported down here. So, I will need to do something with that. Now, Sace has had a real good idea with something from Phalmic Tinkerer. This guy, Kinetic Attractor, and then Corporeal Kinetic Attractor can summon specific mobs using something or other that I can't remember the name of. But yeah, that's something I'm going to look into. That what we should be able to do with that is pull the Enderman away to one side so they shouldn't get shot. So that's an idea we can play with. But it is an issue, so I'm going to keep an eye on this. It got to 2.5 million in the system before it blew up, so it's worth doing, certainly. We just need to sort of a few teething problems. Try and make sure that nothing aggroes anything in there, which is a bit of an issue. I certainly maybe should make it a bit lower so I can protect the bottom of the ritual, so the ritual don't blow up each time, because it's the ritual blocks that are expensive, isn't it? These guys. Anyway, I'm going to leave the episode there. Thank you as always for watching. I've left my orb behind, haven't I? Damn it. Let's go back to the mining age and get it. Yep, left it behind. Thank you as always for watching. I hope it was entertaining, and I hope you join me next time. Cheers. Bye.